You know, we launched our campaign, it's been a little over a year ago, and it's been a remarkable journey. I've traveled across the country and had the privilege to, well, visit and work with Americans of all different kinds of walks of life, as those in the traveling press corps will be able to attest. We brought our campaign to businesses of almost every kind imaginable, from factory floors like this to lumber yards in New Hampshire to warehouses of every shape and size. But whatever the business and wherever I go, I hear frustration and disappointment in the lack of economic progress that's occurred over the last 3.5 years. Americans are tired. They're tired of being tired. They're tired of working harder for less. And now, for the first time, Americans are starting to think that our future might not be as bright as our past. That lack of faith in the future is a bridge to despair that we cannot cross as Americans. An America that doesn't believe that tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow will be better is not the America we know and the America we love. I've spoken a good deal during my campaign about the president's failures of policy. You know, from the stimulus bill that brought us Solyndra, but left us with record high unemployment, to the job-crushing regulations of the EPA and other regulators, to the smothering economic effects of Obamacare. This president's misguided policies have seemed muddled, confused, and simply ineffective. And when you look around at America's economy, 3.5 years into this presidency, it's painfully obvious that this inexperienced president, with no experience as a leader, was simply not up to the task of solving a great economic crisis. But today I want to speak about the road ahead, and also why I believe the disappointments of the past years have been a breach of faith with the American people. America, as you know, is rightly heralded as the greatest experiment in self-governance in history. We're all here today because of a startling conviction that free individuals can join together to decide their fate, and that more freedom would make us all stronger. Our example and our commitment to freedom has changed the world. But along with the genius of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution with its Bill of Rights is the equal genius of our economic system. Our founding fathers endeavored to create a moral and just society like no other in history. And out of that grew a moral and just economic system, the likes of which the world had never seen. Our freedom, what it means to be an American, has been defined and sustained by the liberating power of the free enterprise system. That same system has helped lift more people out of poverty across the globe than any government program or any competing economic system. That success of our economic system, of our free enterprise system, has been a bright beacon of freedom for the people of the world. It's signaled to oppressed people to rise up against their oppressors, and it's given hope to the once hopeless. It's called the free enterprise system because we are both free to engage in enterprise, and through those enterprises, we ensure our freedom. But sadly, it's become clear that this president simply doesn't understand or appreciate these fundamental truths of our economic system. Over the last 3.5 years, record numbers of Americans have lost their jobs or just disappeared from the workforce, or can only find part-time jobs. Record numbers of Americans are now living in poverty. 46 million people in this country living below the poverty line. This is not just a failure of policy. It is a moral failure of tragic proportion. Our government has a moral commitment to help every American